we have Ibrahim Odur, who represents Kenya Union of Journalists, and also the entire journalistic fraternity, both locally and internationally. Your Honor will allow me then to set the ball rolling. Your Honor, I wasn't here, but I've joined my colleagues, and I have instructions that there has been a request, and I have documents to show that there have been a request for proceedings made by the Kenya Union of Journalists. So that we save your time, Your Honor, we have agreed, all of us, that once those proceedings are received, we will share them, so we don't have to make individual applications. So that, Your Honor, as I understand it, the reason why these proceedings have been generated was because of a complaint, and I really have tremendous respect for your clerk. The defense does not allow us to express ourselves as such that there was an application of any kind. Because, Your Honor, why I say this, and this is a jurisprudential question, the reason why I say this is that judicial proceedings, Your Honor, have got to we've got to determine what exactly is it that these proceedings are. So that, Your Honor, as I stand before you, my client understands that Your Honor has summoned her in order to inculcate into her the responsibility that is expected of journalists to report court proceedings accurately. Your Honor, in order for us to discharge that function bestowed on us, it is very, very important, very crucial, that, Your Honor, we get copies of the proceedings that are in focus, and that is the proceedings of the 25th of March 2022. Your Honor, I will be very respectfully requesting, because it's just now, just about before Your Honor came in, my court, those proceedings. Your Honor, we will be severely handicapped to address you on the pertinent issues that are now before the court. Although they have not really been crystallized, but it's fair to do a wild guess. It will be difficult for us to address you in the absence of those proceedings. I will be requesting then, Your Honor, that Your Honor gives us another opportunity. You did that yesterday, for which we are absolutely grateful. We have an opportunity to get those proceedings. We look at them. And then, Your Honor, I also want to tell you, as somebody who has appeared in court many, many times, and in cases where the press is involved, Your Honor, if we find that there was something that was not right, I can give you my assurance that I will be the first person to own it up and request Your Honor to deal with it in that manner. The point is, we can't proceed in the absence of those proceedings.
Your Honor, I wouldn't want to re-emphasize what my senior has put before you. Said that as of now, we have not been able to get the proceedings as you directed yesterday, and therefore Mr. Odur can lay the attempt to get those proceedings the whole of yesterday, and up to when has the ICT system of the judiciary communicated to him. That's all.
Morning, Chair.
Yeah, Your Honor,
It is unfortunate, if I may say so, that I once again am rising before you to address you on the question of accessing proceedings.
Please.
Your Honor, yesterday we did make here a request that if possible we be supplied with proceedings at the very least by noon. Your Honor, upon leaving this courtroom, we went straight to the registry. Your Honor, we camped there up to around noon without any success. Your Honor, in the afternoon, apparently there was a blackout in the courts. But nonetheless, we did express our concern because some of the proceedings that we had wanted are proceedings which we requested on 29th of September. Now exactly 1 week since we made such request. And these are the proceedings which, according to our analysis of the earlier record that we got, ought to have been in focus in this in these proceedings, Your Honor. Your Honor, in the circumstances, I think it's just fair then that, as my seniors have stated, we be given an opportunity. And Your Honor, I have got copies of the letters that we have sent with me. And even yesterday, we did send just another one, just expressing that frustration.
Yeah. Give the court.
Your Honor, copies of those letters were sent by email and were also physically delivered for attention of the registry. And so that is the situation in which we find ourselves. But nonetheless, Your Honor, I had earlier on in these proceedings tried to address you on other matters, but which you did express that are not before you and therefore should not affect how you proceed with these matters. But Your Honor, I also just wish to bring to your attention
judiciary for payment.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm just being reminded that I should also bring to the attention the SMS that we got today at exactly 11 minutes past 10, just when we were supposed to be in court, require me to pay for the letter which I submitted yesterday. So Your Honor, you can see that the mistake is not really on our side. We have tried our best. But Your Honor, as I was stating before, I also just wish to bring to your attention the provisions of the Media Council Act, Your Honor. As my senior, Mr. Nyakundi, had pointed out, that this is the proceedings, as we may understand them, relate to the question of responsible journalism, and especially before this honorable court. Your Honor, we wish to bring to your attention the Media Council Act, Your Honor, which also sets out quite a comprehensive provisions, or rather a manner in which, if there are issues of ethical journalism, should be addressed. Your Honor, you may want to take a look at from section 28 of that act and the schedule.
So are you now submitting on what is before the court, or what is I don't understand. Where is this headed?
You know what I had wanted to suggest?
Yes.
It is that if you may want to consider that.
You're asking me to consider even before the others have submitted. Why don't you allow them to submit first? The complaint has been placed before them so that they look at the proceedings, submit, and then you can guide the court.
I think Your Honor is right. Your Honor is right.
Yes.
Your Honor is very right. Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm well guided.
Because if there was good.
With your kind permission.
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, first I begin by associating myself with the submissions made by my seniors and my colleague. Your Honor, ordinarily I will not be speaking after my seniors have spoken. But I find it I would be negligent on duty if I do not mention, Your Honor, that I recognize on my part that these proceedings have rather taken quite longer than we had expected. and perhaps, Your Honor, I know that in the mind of the court, the court might be experiencing some frustration from us, which I apologize profusely. But Your Honor, it is important that I contextualize my submission so that, Your Honor, what is before court or what has been made by my seniors counsel for the prosecution is an application for contempt. And the gravity of the proceedings that are proceedings before court are things that we are very conscious about. So that, Your Honor, the request to be supplied with the proceedings of court is not idle. It is so that we are properly informed of the history of this matter, knowing too well, Your Honor, that the person summoned before court has not been a witness, an advocate, or one of the accused persons, Your Honor. So that, Your Honor, will urge the court respectfully to accommodate us even further. And even while the court considers accommodating us even further, Your Honor, will be asking that you also consider giving us adequate time, Your Honor, so that we can respond convincingly to all the concerns in court to the satisfaction of Your Honor. I will say no more, Your Honor, other than to thank the court, and perhaps I will yield the floor to my seniors counsel for the prosecution. Thank you.
Yes, I do confirm and concur with learned senior counsel that the reasons why we are here in court is pursuant to summons issued to KBC for them to appear in court and respond in respect to a clip that had been aired before this honorable court. Your Honor, as at yesterday, the defense team had requested for time to be furnished with proceedings for the 25th of March 2022. And Your Honor, from the submissions that have been made, my senior has indicated that the only outstanding thing was payment for purposes of the said proceedings. Will therefore, Your Honor, be praying that this honorable court do issue a timeline within which those proceedings can be availed to counsels in order for us to come back to court and dispense with this issue, Your Honor, at the soonest. Your Honor, we too, on the part of the prosecution, had hoped that today we'd be able to dispense with this issue once and for all, so that we can proceed with the further hearing of the matter. And Your Honor, just for clarification, as at yesterday, the application, if I got it, was for the proceedings of the 25th of March 2022, and the court had even extended that order for them to get the proceedings from the time that particular witness started testifying. That's all, Your Honor.
Your Honor, before you give directions, I think, Your Honor, I must, it's a matter of courtesy to my colleagues for the state, express our appreciation in the manner in which they have seen and appreciated our predicament. Thank you.
For with the best proceedings for the fee, payment has actually been made, as I indicated yesterday. The payment that I was being requested for for today were for proceedings for yesterday and the day before yesterday. For 25th, we already paid.
I've noted your sentiments. So the reason I'm allowing you more time is because I'm aware that yesterday, there was a power blackout at the Forotha building, and that delayed the production, the photocopying of the documents, but I'm aware that they have already been photocopied. They are in the file, they are just awaiting payment. So as soon as you make that payment, you may have those documents today. We take a date.
We'll take a date. Your Honor, I don't know how you...
Shall be ready by tomorrow?
Tomorrow is, Your Honor, is a little difficult for us. I'm traveling to the High Court in Nakuru tomorrow. I'm sorry, Your Honor, that this will... Can we take a date, Your Honor, next week? Is that okay? Yeah? We can squeeze ourselves next week.
We have a mention on Monday for the same matter. On Monday.
Monday's a holiday.
So Tuesday, 11th. 11th of October.
That's better.
That's Tuesday.
Yes. Would you expect us to address you then on Tuesday, or is it mentioned again for us?
No, I'm now placing this matter, this particular one, for Tuesday.
Yes.
That's all right.
Your Honor, may I express our profound gratitude to you. Thank you so much.
Yes, may I also express that in as much as this matter is pending in court,
Yes, Your Honor.
we are considering issues of contempt. It would be professionally.
Yes, Your Honor.
It would be professional if counsel perhaps desisted from making statements that go to the person of the trial magistrate. We are just doing this work. We are serving wananchi.
We really appreciate you.
Okay.
Yes, we
I
appreciate.
might as well refer to you are aware of this judgment of a renowned High Court judge who said that judicial officers don't live in heaven and come back to court in the morning. We live on this earth, don't we?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are trying, I believe all of us are officers of the court, and we are trying to serve
Yes, Your Honor.
the people as required in the Constitution.
Yes, Your Honor.
So when you make personal attacks against the person of the officer, then I don't know where we are headed.
I think, Your Honor, on behalf of my colleagues, if that has happened, Your Honor, I must apologize.
Yes,
If
and
that has
neither do I have any personal interest in this matter.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm just called on to serve.
Yes,
That's what I'm doing.
Yes, Your Honor.
So to try to imply that the magistrate might have some personal interest in the matter, I think that is off.
Yes, Your Honor. Let me assure you, Your Honor, that we are going to be professional. We are going to address you professionally, and you have given us an opportunity. We will bring authorities.
Yes.
And then, Your Honor, because we also know that we are serving the public. Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Yes.
Thank you.
So we shall see you on Monday.
Tuesday, Your Honor.
Sorry, that is Tuesday. Sorry, that is Tuesday, 11th of October at 10 a.m. Sorry. That's 10, Miss Mutela.
You are indicated 10 a.m.
Yeah, you are indicated 10.
Just a minute, Just a minute.
We can come at 10, Your Honor.
No, let's make it 9 because I have another matter at 10. So let's make it 9.
At 9.
9 a.m. so that we have 1 hour to dispense with this one.
Good weekend, Your Honor.
Enjoy your weekend.
Thank
See
you,
you
Your Honor.
then.